So for those of you guys on my stream, if you see a death pick icon while you're waiting for the battle to start, that tells you you've got 5 minutes until epicness begins. So we have our battle, and then during the battle, if you see a death pick, you know you've got 5 minutes until something crazy happens, most likely a death of a ship for some odd reason here or there. There you go.
All right, let's look at these lineups. Zath, take me to the TRETA lineup.
Yeah. So TRETA is bringing a Montana and a Yamato. They're bringing a Moskva, a Des Moines, a Nevsky, and the first time I believe that we have seen an Henri so far in this tournament.
Henri Contra.
And a Gearing, a Marceau, and a Daring round up the setup here.
All right, opposing them from the south, Wonderland. I love their clan name. That's very clever with the one and everything. I'm a big fan.
Once we figured that out, yeah.
once it was explained to us, I sure as hell didn't get it at the start, but I got it now. Anyways, Yamato Kremlin, Des Moines, our second Golden Lion of the event, Zath, a Nevsky, Stalingrad, fronted by double Gearing and a Daring.
Yep.
And we're seeing a little bit of early deployment, very much the double battleship, kind of like we just saw off the other match, pushing to sea. Now, Zath, I don't know if you noticed real briefly, the Henri Contra was spotted right there. I think that might be either a lighthouse build or a legendary unique upgrade Henri Contra. Because that guy was spotted at like 18 clicks or something crazy.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's the only way that you play an Henri, especially even in competitive. Forget concealment; that doesn't matter. You go full lighthouse build, and the reason you go full lighthouse build is that those 240 millimeter guns, you just basically increase the damage that HE is going to put out. Let's face it, with an Henri, you're not going to shoot AP that often, so you're mainly just looking to fire HE as much as possible. You want to be farther away from the enemy in an Henri anyways, because the closer you are, the harder it is to dodge. So there's a lot of synergy with the lighthouse build for this particular ship. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Henri running either double rudder or propulsion and rudder. As you can see, it kicked over pretty quick, so I'm thinking that's a double rudder setup.
Now, let's just clarify for everybody in the audience. When we talk about a lighthouse build, what do we mean? Let's make sure everybody understands what we're talking about.
So lighthouse build is it's the one that increases damage for HE shells. I don't remember the exact name of the commander's skill.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the skill either, but yeah.
Of my head. I'm sure someone in chat will put it out there. So guys, just look at your chat to see. And thanks guys for correcting us on these kinds of deals. But basically, it increases your the damage that your shells do by, I believe it's 25%, but at the cost of increasing your concealment. So instead of decreasing it, making you stealthier, it increases it, makes you easier to be detected. That's why we call it a lighthouse build, because essentially you're putting this giant beacon over your ship and being spotted like 2 or 3 kilometers farther away than normal.
Yeah, you're basically always detected. Like even when you're not shooting, your detection radius and your gun range are almost the same number.
Yep, and if you look at where the Henri is at, he's basically almost max range from the Des Moines.
Yeah. And there's another skill that on top of that is it's not outnumbered. There's another skill that's like when you're detected or when a ship is spotted in your detection radius, you get like a 10% gun reload buff or something like this for main battery. So basically you marry all these skills together in such a way that you're essentially always spotted for max and you get just a massive reload buff on those 240s. So that seems correct. To be how they have set that up to go. Now, the Yamato's AA was going off right there. Oh, the Galileo's okay. It was the Moskva's AA. He's trying to drop some airstrikes on Pablo's Moskva here. Looks like the first one wasn't very effective, or it just missed completely. Let's see if the second one looks like it's a little more on target.
Yep.
Gets about 5,000-6,000 out of it.
Yep. Not a ton, but that's again because you have to think about the way that the strikes come. It's basically a straight line from your ship directly to the enemy ship. So because Pablo was slightly angled, only a few of those actually hit, as opposed to like the entire drop.
Yep. Now with 5 minutes gone, we've had a bit of a cap juggling, right? The Daring, that was Koopman's Daring, had picked up B earlier. He left. Matthews' Daring now has stolen B away. The gearing, that's Ken Su over here at A, had picked up A, and then Admiral Steele's gearing trying to work back in was just kind of driven off, I think, by the Nevsky radar there as his team kind of comes back in to try and help hold the A cap. So at the moment, TRETA sitting on A and B, nobody owning C, and it looks as if Wonderland is still kind of jockeying for board position, but they've given up a decent chunk of health to get where they are now.
Well, and that's true typically in competitive. In order to gain positioning in the maps, you have to trade HP for that positioning. And I think we're seeing that happening here a little bit, but Wonderland it seems to be not trading as well here with that Des Moines taking the bulk of that punishment. But looks
Yeah.
like Dude and the Yamato also got whacked a couple of times.
Yeah,
We didn't catch that, but
yeah, early on he was down about 20, 30,000 HP, still more or less is, as I'm guessing these are Matthias's torpedoes from the gearing kind of hunting him out there, but those look like they're going to all fall astern. Oh, they don't even have the range for it. I thought maybe he had the 16-kilometer torps, but it looks like Matthias is packing the Fletcher torps with only 10.5-kilometer range.
Sir, that's a daring.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They've got gearing and daring on the same team. I'm getting them confused. I apologize. Thank you.
It's okay. It's okay. It's got an ing at the end of it.
They do, and I get that also throws me.
But here you can see the power of that lighthouse build with the Henri chipping down. Oh, and there he goes. The Des Moines just gone.
They were really focusing him, right? You had Jensenovsky's Des Moines. Mezzomo had thrown some shells that way. The Yamato now then coming, making his presence known. And first blood here going to TRETA. So they're up 2 caps. Well, Kookman's trying to get back into B, but he's losing this fight.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's getting double teamed now between the gearing and the daring. He's pushed up very aggressively, thinking he could 1v1 this opposing daring, but it doesn't. It's really not going well. He's on double fires now, just putting those out as he turns around and tries to retreat back south out of the cap.
Now look at the the gearing. Admiral Steele, 138 hit points. Something happened here, and a torpedo might hit Matthias.
Yep,
it does.
Matthias loses half his HP there as he takes some shell fire from the south. Admiral Steele almost dead. Kookman on fire again. Right now, the difference in this game is absolutely the destroyer play of TRETA versus Wonderland. In terms of Wonderland's destroyers are just not doing so hot, and then that early focus fire on the Des Moines coming up nicely for TRETA.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of this yesterday, but so far in both of the games we've cast, we've been noticing this, right? Where the destroyers are just willing to trade an awful lot of their hit points for relatively no gain. They think that they're going to make some big play, but it ends up being that they lose a good chunk of their health, and they're essentially, battlefield ineffective.
Yeah. And right now we're about to see the daring get tag teamed. He's going to smoke. That's Kookman. He's going to try and get out of here. He did get a heal off, but just a couple of shells. He's on fire again. He's going out. There it is.
Not enough. Not enough.
Just
cannot allow yourself to get spotted like that.
Gave up too much HP, and just like that, it's a 2-ship lead, effectively a 3-ship lead for TRETA, because Admiral Steele is essentially a one-shot kill. He has to be incredibly cautious about where he is. In fact, he's spotted now. Diogo's radar going up. A single shell will take him out of the game. Let's see if he can dodge him or not.
Sneeze.
Nope.
Yep. Nope.
Diogo sneezes on him, and just like that, he's out of the game as well. It's taken some time, but Wonderland kind of finally starting to organize a push up the 9 line over here.
Yes.
I feel like this is coming too late, Zath. Like when we see teams try this, they usually get it together about 3 or 4 minutes quicker than this.
I think the problem was that they got stuck because of that Des Moines in the traditional Des Moines position. TRETA had an answer for that with the lighthouse build. Henri plus the Des Moines were both over there able to get some shots, and then the Yamato just hooking them in right over that little bit in the island there.
Yeah,
just beautiful work by TRETA there.
TRETA executing their plan on North here to perfection. They knew there would be a cruiser in that spot, and they definitely took care of him as the Nevsky down on the H line. That's Alice in Wonderland. Oh, I see what you did there with the clan name. How clever. How clever. But he finally falls to the Montana Nevsky duo over at A of TRETA. TRETA wow on a 4-ship lead. We're approaching the halfway mark of the timer, but Zath, there's no way this match is going to time.
Oh, this is... this is unfortunately, it's decided. It's just a matter of time. Calypso is now the farm target. There he goes. Horman Yamato getting it right in there. Remember that Stalingrad has an icebreaker bow, but on the top, the upper part of that armor is relatively weak. So
you can absolutely punch through it.
That's right. Now look at USS BB-11 in the Golden Lion just coming up now, saying, "Well, let's see if we can make something happen." But I don't think he's going to make anything
I think what's going to happen is he's going to get focused off the board. That's what I think is going to happen. He can't possibly compete with a Des Moines in terms of rate of fire. Yeah,
Nope.
the Des Moines' armor is decent enough that at that angle he's going to bounce a lot of those.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to try something, right?
I'm looking for those Montana shells. He's got the spotter plane up, so let's go over there and see.
They just came in,
Montana,
but they were all a little forward,
little short.
Yep, just a little ahead of the Golden Lion here. He might not survive for the Monty to get off a second salvo. We'll see.
Yeah. He just fired another salvo.
Well, let's have a look. Daring AP now coming in.
Let's see, is he going to get the kill?
The in-flight meal being served now for these shells, but they're going to arrive. They're going to arrive after the kill.
Late.
Yep.
Just a little late.
Just a little late as... Go ahead.
I got my death pick.
There you go. TRETA with the clean sweep. Flawless victory here on North. Looking really solid here in Game 1 on Day 2 of King of the Sea here on NA. Very well done.
That's a really good point. They didn't lose a single game.
That is a single ship. Yep, that is a flawless victory for TRETA. Why did the TNG logo come up for TRETA? Why is that?
Well, let me go to the winner, and yeah.
Okay. That's weird. I feel like something in the spreadsheet got its fingers crossed, got something crossed over there, but oh well.